This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We are here in Guildhall. It's very late. We've been here a very, very long time. Johnny, that was a very, I don't know, I wouldn't say entertaining, but it had a bit of an intensity to this press conference, didn't it?
Which one are you talking about? You talk about Joshua Buatsi, Willy Hutchinson, or are you talking about Anthony Joshua against...
We'll start at the top.
Well, I think Daniel Dubois is great with the one-liners, but I just don't think he's sharp enough to have a back and forth with the banter. And I understood what he was trying to do, trying to say, you know, I've grown up now. I'm a big man. And he's not having it, which I get. Daniel Dubois is where Anthony Joshua was. You know, he's 27 years old. He's in there with a seasoned former two-time heavyweight champion of the world that's wore the shoes that Daniel's having to wear now. Being a hero, being criticised, being villainised, being everything. So now, you know, this fight, I think, I have no questions, no critique of Anthony Joshua. Those questions you've got to pass them on to Daniel Dubois. I expect Anthony Joshua to get the job done.
Also on TalkSport today, Joe Gallagher said that if Anthony Joshua beats Daniel Dubois would be the first win of his career that is a real live opponent. Do you agree with that statement?
Said it again. He said what?
He said if Anthony Joshua were to beat Daniel Dubois would be the first man on his record that was a real live opponent.
On Anthony Joshua's record?
Yes.
Well, I disagree with that. You look at all the former champions Anthony Joshua's boxed. No British fighter has done that, has that kind of resume. You look at the career Anthony Joshua's had from when he started. It's been, you know, this guy has overachieved on paper. You look at how he's lifted our sport, you know, commercialised our sport on his shoulders. Nobody has done that from the UK. Live opponents, you know, what do you think? Okay, you get a live opponent. Well, you could be a live opponent. You could come in young, fresh, you've got it all going for you, but you've got no experience. It means jack shit. Getting in there with former champions, like when he did with Klitschko, when he's getting in there with something like, I think Charles Martin was the IBF champion at the time. You're getting in there with all these former champions that are probably 1 or 2 fights away from being an ex-champion. Don't tell me they'll all of a sudden turn old overnight. So I think it's probably unfair of Joe, and I rate Joe. Joe's one of those underrated trainers that you need to respect massively. So there's probably a bit more context in that to that statement than I've been given.
Okay, how big of an upset would it be if Daniel Dubois were to beat Anthony Joshua, if at all?
A massive upset for Anthony Joshua, obviously, but for Daniel Dubois, you know, it might have just suddenly turned the corner. It might have suddenly turned the corner and thought, right, I'm here. I've done it, I've got it, I've woken up, I'm there. So, of course it'd be an upset either way, you know, for each camp. But obviously, we're all expecting Anthony Joshua, most are expecting Anthony Joshua to win. But you've also got to remember, you know, Anthony Joshua, he's done it all. He's been there, he's a mature heavyweight. You know, and realistically, you think Daniel Dubois is a strong guy, he gets hit easily, he's so strong. I speak to the sparring partners that I've worked with both of them, and it's more, put it this way, I fought people, when I boxed Carl Thompson for the world title, and he argued about the decision, but then I went on to fight people that I know would have smashed him, and I beat them. So it's about the longevity and going on. So say, for instance, Dubois beat AJ. So who would you put him in after that and give him a good chance against? Because if he beats him, he's not beating him by outboxing him, he's beating him by that one good shot what he's got. He reminds me of a heavy-handed Ernie Shavers. But, you know, it's if, should, how, you don't know.
Say Daniel Dubois did win, do you think the fight we'd all be clamming for is Dubois Fury, or will we still want Fury AJ?
No, we'll always want Fury AJ. We'll always want Fury AJ, and then don't be surprised if AJ Wilder still happens. Don't be surprised. You know, we'll all still want that because it's that fight that's created division and people arguing.
I've asked a few people this, but if Joshua handily beats Daniel Dubois and Fury beats Usyk, who starts favourite in that fight?
Now, I'd say Anthony Joshua.
Why?
Because it seesawed. At one point when he first came on the scene, I thought Anthony Joshua's career kind of plateaued out. Tyson Fury started putting on some performance, thought, shit, you know, this guy's got it together. I think Tyson Fury now, you know, he's got to a point where you see the shot war, he's becoming shot worn coming in, and it's how he's dealt with the trappings of success, how it's affected his mindset, how it's affected his dedication, how it's affected him, and obviously wear and tear, being in a couple of hard fights, life and death. So now that's why I would lean towards Anthony Joshua. Time is everything. Lennox Lewis, when he boxed Mike Tyson, if it had boxed him years before he boxed him, it would have been a different decision. That's just how it is.
Last one. What is the pick of, I don't even want to call it an undercard, but the card under...
Willy Hutchinson against Joshua Buatsi. That is the pick. That is my pick. That's the fight that I want to see.
And who wins that?
Joshua Buatsi should win that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Willy Hutchinson proper, you know, if Joshua Buatsi doesn't respect him and turn it on, Willy Hutchinson will do him.
Excellent, Johnny. Thank you very much for being to IFLTV. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers,
Bye.
mate.